This mock draft represents not exactly who I would select for the Ravens. Instead, I'm running an exercise to try to predict exactly how the Ravens will approach this draft and who exactly they will pick in the draft. If I get more than one of these correct, it'll probably be a miracle, but I'm going to do my best to do just that. Everyone knows what to expect in the first round as far as a position the Ravens will target, that position being offensive tackle. I think it's almost a done deal that they go tackle round 1, wide receiver round 2, and defensive back round 3. That's how I'm going to approach these first 3 rounds. And with the Ravens' first selection at pick 30, I have the Ravens selecting Jordan Morgan, offensive tackle. In reality, all of the tackles that we find projected somewhere around pick 30 in the first round are projects. I believe the Ravens view Jordan Morgan as the most pro-ready, the most consistent tackle, and I believe he's their target with the 30th pick. With all the talk of best player available being the mantra of the Ravens under DaCosta, with the exception of last year's draft, where the Ravens were picking relatively high, they have picked for need. The Ravens will probably put Jordan at right tackle, though I wouldn't mind seeing them asking Ronnie to play right tackle and just throwing Jordan into the fire at left tackle. There's no way that the Ravens are going into next year's draft in need of a tackle, or more particularly 2 tackles. In any case, they're taking Jordan Morgan, pick 30. In round 2 at pick 62, the Ravens are going to go wide receiver. I'm going to keep my eye on 3 names in particular: Roman Wilson, Javon Baker, and Malachi Corley. In round 2 at pick 62, I have the Ravens selecting wide receiver Javon Baker. Javon is an ideal outside complement to what the Ravens have now in their wide receiver room. To me, this is a slam dunk. In round 3 at pick number 93, I have the Ravens selecting defensive back Kaiton Oladapo, safety out of Oregon State. Kaiton has great size, high football intelligence, extremely versatile so far as alignment is concerned. They will line him up man-to-man everywhere he goes on tight ends, corners, slots, plays single high, plays split field coverages, reads the run, and tackles great. I think he's a year 1 impact player that the Ravens get onto the field. This is another A pick. This player, to me, is a perfect fit and feels distinctly like a Raven. In the 4th round at pick 129, I'm predicting the Ravens will select offensive lineman Isaiah Adams out of Illinois. Isaiah started at right tackle in 2023. To me, his best tape is in 2022, where he was a standout at left guard. I hope to have a video out on Isaiah in the next day or 2. I believe Isaiah will be given the opportunity to start at either right or left guard. His flexibility to play some right tackle, of course, is something the Ravens would prize. With the Ravens' second pick in round 4 at pick number 134, as it relates to position, I have the Ravens going running back here. In terms of the specific prospect, I think I'm out on a limb a little bit, but I'm going to predict the Ravens select running back out of USC, Marshawn Lloyd. Willie Drew is just the type of small school prospect that the Ravens tend to look for and to select in the mid-rounds. In any case, I predict that the Ravens will select Willie Drew, cornerback out of Virginia State, in round 5, pick 164. I have the Ravens with their 6th round selection, selecting Miles Cole, defensive end, edge, out of Texas Tech. This is another video that I'm aiming to have up this week, is his size. He is 6'6", 278 pounds with 37-inch arms. This guy's a monster. Yes, he tends to play straight up, and he does at times appear to lumber in space. He needs refinement in terms of how he takes on blocks. I think the Ravens will look at him and see someone they can turn into, at the very least, an edge setting 5 technique. It's possible you may have to give up some picks to get him in the 6th round. I'm predicting the Ravens select nose tackle out of Florida Atlantic University, Evan Anderson. He certainly gives off a Michael Pierce type vibe, has some quickness to shoot gaps, cannot be moved in the run game. At this point, does not generate much in the way of a pass rush. In round 7 at pick 251, I have the Ravens selecting inside linebacker J.D. Bertrand out of Notre Dame. J.D. will come in right away and contribute on special teams. He's a smart linebacker, shows the ability to hit shed, get off blocks. Let me know how far-fetched you think this draft is as it relates to these players, whether or not they're Ravens-type picks or Ravens-type players. And let me know what you think of this draft on the whole. If this were the Ravens draft, how would you feel about it?